Yo, check it out. It's Raekwon right here. You know what it is. Representing that W family. Got the album that's coming out March 8th. It's called Shaolin vs. Wu-Tang. Solid album, 17 tracks of fire. Got a couple of ill features on it. You know what I mean? Nas, Rick Ross, Lloyd Banks, Grammy-winning Estelle, Raheem Devon. All these cats came involved, and not only them, you know, of course, the c.r.e.a.m members as well. Ghostface, the Jizza, Inspector Deck, Method Man, you know what I mean? You know, I had to get a couple of my brothers on this album as well. But the album is basically about two schools that's not getting along, you know what I mean? But they from the same land, they from the same homeland. And at the end of the day, you know, through the album, you know, you see loyalty, you see betrayal, you see, you know what I mean, agony and defeat, you see goals being won, and you know, like I said, but at the end of the day, it just all going down to that Shaolin vs. Wu-Tang is an album that just signifies it's one. It's still one, you know what I mean? You know, sometimes you may have that alter ego challenging the person who you are as a person, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it all comes around as you still being that same individual. You know what I mean? And like I said, the album comes out March 8th. You know, we got solid producers on it. You know, we got some new cats on there as well. You know, I got a single out right now that's called Rock and Roll that's doing big. Shout out to everybody that's representing it. We got a record out with Rick Ross that we leaked that is called Molasses, which is off the album, you know what I mean? And
just kind of want me to cut you off, but like just kind of within the music industry, you know, there's all the, especially in hip hop, you know, the drugs and kind of everything involved in that regards. You being a Muslim, kind of how is that kind of affecting kind of, you know, you within the hip hop? Like, do you find it hard being on the road and, you know, just kind of having that all around you all the time?
Well, you know, number one, you know what I mean, being a Muslim is just about really just paying homage to the Creator, you know what I mean? I think it's so important to acknowledge your Creator, you know what I mean? And we always been spiritual, you know what I mean? Like I said, I've been a 5%er half my life, you know what I mean? And I just want to go to another plane of being closer to Allah to try to repent everything that I may have felt I done wrong in my life. You know what I mean? I don't think nobody's perfect, but you know, at some time you do gotta give some kind of forgiveness or ask for forgiveness, you know what I mean, to your maker, because you know, we not promised to be here forever, you know what I mean? And you know, I think it's just important to be closer to God, you know what I mean?
You know, you've worked with, you know, a number of people in the industry, you know, from Andre, Dre, you know, some of the big names. Who are kind of some of the people, you know, you worked with lately that kind of stand out, you know, that you haven't necessarily worked with before in the past?
I would say a lot of new cats that's coming in the game. You know what I mean? Like I have friends all over the world right now, and you know, a lot of them got a lot of potential to be great artists and great producers. And these producers that I happen to get, you know, like my man Blue Rocks, he from Atlanta. He used to work with Jagged Edge, and you know, he still made a lot of crazy beats or whatever. And he's a good friend of mine, and I wanted him to be on the album because he had something that I felt fit. That Wu-Tang style of rhyming, because you know everybody's a big fan of what RZA created back then, you know, and you know, definitely had something. He said, "Yo, check this out," and I heard it and I said, "God damn, it sound like RZA. I need it," you know what I mean? But at the same token, it was me just giving him a shot, you know what I mean? I think it's so important for artists to really just take a look at cats that's coming up still, and not just feel like, you know, everything got to be a name on your album. You can make somebody the next nigga if he get a chance to shine, and that's what I did, you know what I mean? You got this cat named Extreme. He coming out of Chicago. He's nice as hell. You know, he represented with No ID and Kanye and them back in the days. They all one school within themselves. And he had something that I felt like, yo, let me get that to bring you up to the forefront so you can get your shine on. So I always try to like work with new cats to, you know, allow them to get their feet in the game and, you know, build a platform from there.
Just from like, you know, first album coming out in was it '95, right? What would you say like you've evolved from since then? Like, how would you say kind of your, you know, just you as an artist and an individual?
I evolved a lot. I mean, as a young cat growing up from wilding to, you know, being in control of my life right there. You know what I mean? Before I wasn't in control. I was, you know, still out there with, you know, doing whatever I felt was needed at that time. But now it's more, you know, we older, We know how to really make the right decisions. I can't afford to, you know, be around anything that don't know better now because, all right. I can't afford to be around anything that's not positive no more. So, you know, I just tried to really, you know, situate my life in a better way where now I could just, you know, do what I need to do now. You know what I mean?
No, just like I work with a lot of up-and-coming artists from Charlotte. You know, there's a lot of heavy grinders. There's a lot of good artists here in the city, but you know, there's not much outlook. You know, because there hasn't really been any major kind of artists other than P.D. Pablo and the few that kind of have made it out of the Carolinas. Just some words of advice. Like, what would you kind of say to some of the artists kind of here within the Carolinas that are just trying to get their name out there and trying to get to that next level like you are?
I would just say, you know, and that's a good question that you said because that's how I felt when we, you know, coming from Staten Island, you know, even though we considered, you know, the 5 boroughs, Staten Island was always the forgotten borough, you know what I mean? And I would just say that at the end of the day, you just got to believe in yourself and, you know, gather the support of the people that you're around and really go hard, go work hard, man. You know what I mean? Everything come with hard work. And I think that they say what's last is going to be first. So when cats do get their break and, you know, it happens, it's going to happen big. But you just got to be dedicated and you got to surround yourself with a strong team that's willing to go out there and work for you as well as work with you. You know what I mean? It's a lot of times, you know, we sit around with our homeboys and, you know, they give you good knowledge of whatever they may feel, but it ain't enough to go out there and deliver and stay focused on getting the job done. So I say surround yourself with some business-minded people, get you a strong lawyer, get you some people that's not going to be actually agreeing with everything that you feel they should agree with. You know what I mean? To me, it's like if I got so many people around agreeing, for some reason I may take it a little way or whatever. And you know, I just think that, you know, it's all about the work ethic. If you keep building and working hard and being at the places where you need to be at, and you know, this city right here is being talked about a lot because, you know what I mean, to me this is going to be the next city that's really going to blow up. I'm talking about in a matter of maybe a year or two, you know what I mean? Everybody's just going to be coming out here. So it's just about setting up and, you know what I mean, just coming with a strong representation. You know what I mean? Hire some good people, get some good women around that could be the other side of you that, you know, it's always good to take a lady's perspective on things too. You know what I mean? And all I can just say is just keep working hard, man. Keep working hard and don't give up.
Perfect. That's great. And just lastly, just kind of shout out your Twitter and all that stuff for me.
Yeah, if you want to hit me on Twitter /Raekwon. You know what I mean? If you want to hit me on the Facebook, we on there as well. Facebook /Raekwon, the MySpace /Raekwon, all them social networks. We definitely checking them and making sure that we stay in tune with the fans. So we always here for some kind of knowledge, support, letting you know where we moving. As far as whatever city I'm in, you're always welcome. And that's really it, my brother.